We already did
What?
the picture.
Oh, we did?
Hi, guys.
What did we do a picture of?
I did a picture of me holding my glass
okay.
toast.
Oh, okay.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
folks. And
Hi, Susanna.
those of you waiting for us, thank you very much.
Yes. Yeah, I thought that was really neat. She had been here
Beating us to
waiting
the
early.
punch. Yep. Glad to have
See you,
you.
lady.
Glad to have you.
This is a special day. We're going to wait for a few minutes till a few more folks come in before we announce what's going on.
Well, it's special on a couple levels.
Yeah.
Notice the map behind us? We finally got that done.
And it's not quite
And,
where it should be again.
Oh, well. And they never.
I can lean over this way if we need to see it.
It's not going to be perfect, but for our purposes, it'll work.
Yeah.
Most of our viewers are probably in,
Behind my head.
North America at least, but we do have some overseas, I think.
Well, we have two here.
You just think I could show you where I spent a year of my life out here in the Aleutian Islands?
My head
Right out there.
Yay.
You see where they bend the international date line?
No, we can't see it on the camera.
I know, but you got to bend the international date line to go around me when I was at Shemya, so it'd be the same day there as it was in the rest of the United States.
I see.
So that was kind of interesting, but
I think we've got a good sound on our camera.
On a clear day, we could almost see Russia.
On a clear day, you could see tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. Well, no. Well, for a while, So at some point for an hour.
Hi, Donna. Good to see you. Welcome.
Hi, Donna. What were you asking me about? What? You said look at something. What were you telling me to look at?
I don't know.
Okay.
It went bye-bye.
It's goners.
Look, Donna, I'm wearing your earrings. For those who don't know, Donna makes beautiful jewelry, and she's gifted me several pieces, and these earrings were part of a necklace and earrings set. So. David's getting all ready for one of our two big special announcements today.
Yeah, well, special, I don't know so much about that. Let's see. I'll take.
Hello, Iris. Good to see you. Goodness, that's enough.
3 green. Yellow.
He's playing separate the push pin.
And 3 blue.
Thank you, Donna. I really love them. They go so well with so many outfits because I wear so much of this shade of blue. I'm glad you got to join us today.
Yeah, nice of you to come by, Donna.
And Iris, too. And Susanna was here earlier, Diamond Willow Susanna. I think she's still here, but oh, there she is. Screaming like a girl already. That was the bird.
Okay.
Well, let's see, we got 4 here, but only 2 thumbs up.
Get those thumbs up, folks. Come on. Get busy.
We'll wait a few more minutes.
We can't do all the work here. You got that?
There you go.
Okay. Who's from where?
No, we're not going to tell them what's going on until there's only 5 people here.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that's right.
We can tell them again later.
Yeah.
Hi, Allie. Good to see you. Hi, Kiki. Donna's cat, Kiki, is helping her.
Oh, Kiki. Hi, yeah. Yep.
Kiki is our cat Blue's daughter. So we're in-laws, sort of. Or maybe it's grandparents-in-law. I'm not sure.
Step aunt and uncle.
Put a pin in Grand Prairie, Alberta. That's in Canada. I want to be the first pin.
Okay, where?
Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada.
Okay. Would you like to be red, yellow, green, or blue?
That's all right, Donna.
Since you put up your name first, you get to figure out whatever you want. Yeah, you're gonna have to find this. It's over on your side of the map.
I know. I got to stand up and see.
Okay, Alberta.
Prince Rupert. Let's see. That's British Columbia.
You might have to give us some directions here.
Ontario, Quebec. I don't see anything that says Alberta. Oh, there we are, Alberta.
Okay.
Now,
And
Prairie.
Grand Prairie, is that around there?
There's Grand Prairie, right?
Okay.
There.
And she wants to be red.
All right.
There's a red pin for you.
There we go. There's Susanna in Grand Prairie.
Yeah. Other than
We're all-
that,
this
you're
is
you're the
us.
first one on there, darling.
This is us. We were also red, and this is you.
No, I wouldn't be anything but red. Yeah. Cool. So, Allie, you're the first one we nailed onto the board.
Allie Oakley is making ice cream
Oh,
out of
I'm sorry.
bananas, but she's listening. Ooh, that sounds
I'm sorry,
good.
Diamond Willow, not her.
Jackson, Tennessee for Iris, and what color? Let's see. Jackson.
Although Donna claims that she was born in Rudiso, New Mexico, so maybe we'll give her a spot out there.
Okay, wait. I lost
Iris wants
Iris,
blue.
you're in Jackson, but I don't see where Jackson is. What's it close to? Knoxville?
Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay, and then
Maybe I should be writing this down.
Donna is in New Mexico.
We're going to lose track of this real quick. We're not careful.
Well, what we'll do is I'll come back and
I was not suitably
do it
prepared.
later.
No,
Colorado, Utah, Nevada, Arizona. There's New Mexico. Now, where in New Mexico? Ruidoso. I know that should be on the map.
Diamond Willow.
Nope, Ruidoso's not on there. What's it close to, Donna? Allie, Boston, Mass. And what color, Allie? Halfway between Memphis and Nashville. Memphis?
Okay.
Where's Nashville? Ah, there we are. Okay. Iris is on. Hi, Amy.
Okay, I got Diamond Willow.
Iris, you're on.
Iris is where now? Iris.
Allie is in Boston. We'll go back over when this is
Yeah.
over and find the other names we miss. Okay.
Where's Iris White from?
Iris is, she's the one in near at
Oh,
Nashville.
okay. Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, cool.
Hi, Amy Broussard. We're putting pins in our map for the people that come to our live streams. So I know where you are, but do you want to be red, yellow, blue, or green?
And
Minnesota.
let's see.
Okay. Ruth, what color do you want?
Okay,
I
Allie
got you,
Oakley.
Cloud, Suzanne, Donna.
Allie Oakley wants yellow.
Who's yellow?
Allie Oakley. And where is she?
Allie is in Boston and she's yellow. I
Boston,
already got
okay.
her. I know that, Amy. I just need red. Amy wants to be red. We need some more reds, honey. Okay, where are you? They don't give you a.
Yeah, what's the nearest big town to you guys, Amy?
She's near Port Arthur in Beaumont. We'll stick her right there.
There's some more reds.
Okay, got Donna. Now
Okay.
She's near Cloudcroft.
So Iris White is Tennessee. Oh, wait a minute. Iris White, I got that down wrong.
They don't show Cloudcroft either. For now, I'm going to put you right in the middle of New Mexico, Donna, and we'll figure it out after the
We'll figure it out
show.
later. Okay.
Ruth Corn wanted a green. I don't
Okay.
remember where Ruth was.
Yeah, Lake Charles is probably, if that's on the Louisiana map, that might be there.
Yeah, I got her right down here. They didn't show that
Okay.
one either, so.
Hey, Joe, how you doing, partner? Okay.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Minnesota
gonna have to
root corn.
go back through this and write them all down. I'd go
Yeah.
nuts here.
What color did Ruth want to be? Do you remember? She's in
Ruth?
Northeast.
I don't even have Ruth down. What?
She's south of St. Paul. So, all right, darling, you got you there. And right now we've got you as green. If you want us to change Ruth, we can change to a different color.
Which Ruth Horn? I didn't even get her. Okay. And she's green.
I'm
and
glad you joined us near Minneapolis, St. Paul. I'll take a minute
Okay.
and
Yeah,
answer,
let's.
answer Amy's
I'll
question.
tell you what. Why don't and you want to write down who's where and
While I go, okay.
Well, I don't know whether you want to do it now or go back through when we're all done.
Well, we've got everybody that's up there right now.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just leave it there for a moment.
Amy, you asked the question of how's my mom. She had a big problem this past week and went down very quickly.
A tough week.
It turns out that she has a very severe UTI. And according to my sister, who is now here from Corpus, who was a home health provider for seniors, this UTI can go septic and cause her to lose her life. So
And could kill her, yeah.
we have her on antibiotics as of today, and she is doing a little better. My sister is staying there for this next week 24/7. So not only is it giving mom some skilled nursing care, but it gives me a little break to come home and do a few other things.
Thing is, Carol needs nursing care herself. She's barely ambulatory.
Susanna, no, our pin is not near Houston. We're all the way down near San Antonio. Thank you. I appreciate the prayers. We all appreciate
Yeah, we
the
all
prayers,
need
really.
prayers now because, and her stepdad, Tom, is not doing well either.
No, he's not.
And they've got a big house. Mimi has been falling down a lot.
Yes.
Tom should not be driving at all.
And he drives
And
every
he
day.
goes out and just on the spur of the moment, just goes and heads out God knows where and is gone for, who knows how long. Nobody knows where he's going. I mean, he's kind of in his own world, and he won't use his hearing aids, so he is virtually deaf.
Yeah.
And he's confused, and it's taken him.
And he told me yesterday he is extremely dizzy 24/7, and he now is nauseous 24/7 as well. I suspect that the cancer that he had that he refused treatment on is getting worse.
Well, hey, Lisa. Hello
Hi,
there,
Lisa.
Dawn. Thanks for coming by.
Before
So
we
it's
go
been a
any
tough
further, excuse me, I want to share why this live stream is called You Light Up My Life, and why I made the thumbnail with me holding a glass. Today, David and I are sharing 10 years of married life. It's our anniversary. Happy anniversary, my
Happy
darling. I
anniversary,
love you.
sweetheart. I love you too. Good news. Give us a little kiss. I love you.
I love you too. Now, for those of you who know, I don't drink. This is apple juice, but it's good. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Allie.
Yep. 10
We
years.
met on the internet in 1996. It took us a long time to finally get married.
Yeah, it did.
You folks come up on 52. My mom and biological dad made 54 years. Thank you, Allie. These, I was telling everyone earlier, my friend Donna, who's on today, made these for me. She makes beautiful jewelry, and she has gifted me with several. So I appreciate that. I really love them.
Yeah, we're looking forward to some more anniversaries here.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So anyway, I get to stay home and spend my anniversary with my darling because my sister's there to take care of Mom and Tom. So
Yeah, that situation is only going to get more and more serious and grave. So it's
We
kind
have
of beating a dead horse today, but it's right there in front of us. I mean, it's
we have finally talked them into the idea of having a nursing staff come in. There are a number of different companies here in town who provide nursing or trained people who come in around the clock.
I've been looking over. They call it generally like senior care.
Yeah.
It's
Senior care
in
specialist
the
or
home.
something. They all have different names.
And you don't know this, so I'll just drop this on you. But
Okay.
the company that takes care of my oxygen needs is called the Home DME, and they're part of a larger corporation I was just discovering today. And one of the things they also do is in-home, kind of like skilled nursing care, but it's senior care.
Hmm.
And they do have offices here in San Antonio. Again, that's the same company that I
Excellent.
deal with out of Michigan.
And we know they take insurance. So.
And you know the relationship that I've got with Pam up in Michigan for my oxygen and stuff has been really good. This would be a whole different department. I have no idea what to expect, but I thought I might ask them to, you know, maybe that's one of the places that Carol might want to make some inquiries.
That's a good idea. I
It's
didn't know
called
that they did that.
Pinnacle Home Care, I think, something like that. I'll give you the information on it so you
Okay, great.
can talk to Carol about it. But I thought, well, let's keep it in the family.
They ask, how is Ron?
Yeah,
Um,
unknown, really.
it's very unknown, unfortunately, Susanna. He got out of the hospital. He came home, and within a little less than an hour of being home, he'd already had a couple of beers. And from what I understand, he's continuing to follow that route. So,
Well, he'll finagle a ride over to a girlfriend's house and then have the girlfriend take him out and buy him 2 or 3 quarts of booze. You can't stop an alcoholic. You know,
if they're going to drink, they're going to drink. There's no stopping.
I consider myself the adult child of alcoholics. My mom and dad were what I guess you could call functioning alcoholics.
Mhm.
They both held jobs. My dad had his Air Force career, but when I was a little kid,
That's great, Joe.
there were times whenever in our Studebaker pickup, we would go from where we lived down in Randolph, the approximately 40 miles to go up to Williams Air Force Base where my dad was stationed, where he worked. And we would go to the service station there and we would load up 30 cases of Falstaff beer. And I was like
That's a lot of beer.
10, 11 years old. And I was helping load them up. And that 30 cases of beer would last my mom and dad about a month. So between the two of them, they were drinking a little bit of beer every day.
Joe, would you please give us your location? We're putting pins in our map back here for the location of those of us who come on our stream.
Want to nail you down.
We want to stick a pin in it and call it you.
And would you like to be blue or yellow or green or red?
You're right, Susanna. They need to make the decision.
Yep. And, you know, talking to them about it, it's in one ear and out the other.
Joe is in Idaho. Where in Idaho?
In Idaho. Cool.
What's the closest big city?
Any color fine. All right. You are going to be Mr. Blue.
Oh, I don't think we have. No, we have one blue so far.
So, okay. In Idaho. What part of Idaho, Joe? Big place.
Is there a large city near you?
Yeah, there's large cities, Idaho? No, I don't think so.
Boise. Okay.
All right, there you go.
Go see
Blue,
if I can find Boise.
blue for Boise.
Now I got to find Idaho first. There's Idaho
There's
Falls.
Idaho, yeah, right there. And let's
There's
see.
Butte. There's Boise.
There's Boise right there. Cool. Okay.
All right. Now Joe's on the list.
By the way, making this board was a load of fun. It's a foam board, obviously. Kate's got 2 pieces, and we laid it down on the floor,
Every night.
thinking it would be pretty easy to just tape it together. And so I got down on the floor. That was a mistake.
Yes, it was interesting. We were both down on the
I
floor.
was getting around, but I got rolled over on my left side, which is pretty tender. And I was kind of trapped. It was either gonna hurt, or I was gonna just have to collapse. So, but
And getting him up was interesting.
Yeah,
Hello, Sandra.
It took me like 5 minutes just to figure out the physics of getting this old ass up. But anyway, we did it, and we got her up. And rather than hang it on the wall, we've just got it sitting on a little bench behind us so we can take it or leave it. But this was something I wanted to do from 3 months ago, was get a map, and this is the much larger one. Obviously, this one I think is 46 by 80, 46 by 90, something
46
like that.
by 90.
So
Okay, Sandra Vollmer.
Pretty good size map. Who's where?
Sandra Vollmer. She just came in
Oh,
from Harrison
Harrison Township,
Michigan.
Michigan. Is that peninsula or mainland?
We gotta find Michigan
And what's it
first.
near? Michigan is going to be right around the Great Lakes.
There's Detroit, so I know I must be near Michigan. somewhere.
Michigan's right
There's
in there.
Lansing.
And there's like
It's
a
of
little
Michigan.
peninsula. Yeah. Okay. So we need help here.
I'm glad you're safe, Joe. That is good.
Yeah,
news.
no kidding. Yeah. You know, I have said for years, there's something going on out in Idaho because you never hear anything about Idaho on the news. There's no controversies. There's no big demonstration. Well, a couple of times you hear a little bit something, but it's usually a fringe group. But there seems to be this very quiet, down low lifestyle in Idaho where it's just kind of like, let me stay here and I'll just be unnoticed, and that's cool with me. But you never hear, Idaho is almost never in the news unless there's a potato famine. So
Even with the potato famine.
I always thought there's something going on in Idaho. Yep. So anyway,
We have
did
only
figure out-
only 5 thumbs up, guys.
Did we find out where Harrison Township is?
Not yet. I'm waiting for her to
Oh,
answer.
okay.
We've got 10 people here and only 5 thumbs in the air, so please put your
And
thumbs
don't make
up.
me scold you again.
Joe
I
says
don't
that's
like
about
doing
the
that.
size of it, David.
Yep. And it's a. I've always kind of thought that, you got, and don't take this wrong, Joe, but I said you got to have a certain mindset to live in Idaho, and it's
For one thing, you got to like snow.
well, yeah, but there's parts of it that are not all that bad, but it's a very. I have a feeling it's a very live and let live society out there.
Well, I would hope so. I like that.
At least I would like to think so. But don't step on my toes because they will strike back real quick. They don't mess around.
Mount Clemens. Okay, now let me go see if I
Mount
can find
Clemens.
Mount Clemens.
Maybe you need a flashlight. Or
No,
some better light.
it's just that everything is so tiny.
Well, like I asked before, Sandra, is it by any chance up on a peninsula or is it down in the mainland? The only reason I know that is because my mother was born in Kearsarge, Michigan. And then
Getting close to Michigan. There we go.
her father was a coal miner from originally from Cornwall, England, and he died 2 months before my mother was born in a cave-in. So my mother's mother raised 7 kids, my mother being the youngest. God knows how she did it, but she moved down to Detroit and then proceeded to raise these 7 kids by herself with a dead miner husband who had, they didn't get any benefits or anything back then.
No. She probably worked very hard.
I would imagine she probably worked herself to the bone.
And gave up a lot for those kiddos, too.
Yeah, I think my mother, her first marriage, I think was when she was 16 or so. She had a little girl that died of whooping cough at the age of 3 before she had my brother. And then her husband, I think second husband, had TB, so they said move to Arizona. And then he passed away, and then she met my dad, and the rest is history. And here I am.
And here you are.
Talk about weird ways for things to happen. Okay, now this person had to be here, this person had to be here, this person had to be here.
Kind of like
And
our
that,
story.
and that goes back 1,000 generations. Every one of those people had to be in that particular spot at that particular time with that particular person and do that particular thing to make everybody in your familial line on both sides. Think about that. We are miracles, folks. I mean, we are the product of billions of choices that have been made over the centuries about how our line would come down. And, if we could literally trace ourselves all the way back to the first few people that populated the world, And wherever you want to feel that's from, that's okay by me. But every single one of those decisions that came down through all those thousands of years, and there you sit.
Yep.
You are the product of all of that.
Well, I know that my mother's family has traced their line back to 15th century Scotland to a king. And I do not know his name,
Yeah.
but she could have told me a couple of years ago. Excuse me.
But it's, and everybody sooner or later, we're all related. And it's kind of intriguing. I mean, genealogy doesn't fascinate me that much, but the genetics of going back all those years and years and years. For example, I'm a good case in point. Granted, I'm a sick man. Well, I'm not a well man, but I don't
Okay.
I don't get sick.
No, you don't.
I mean, for 30 years, I was married to a woman who literally worked in the wee child industry, daycare, preschool, all that kind of stuff, and had 2 kids of her own. And I never, ever got the flu. I can count the number of colds I've had in my life on one hand. I don't get sick.
I've got family from Morgan City, West Virginia. I think my ancestors settled into Idaho and tamed
There
it.
you go.
Cool. All right.
Okay, they tamed that rough and tumble Idaho out there, boy. But I don't know, genetics is just kind of a fascinating thing, but and I can certainly understand people wanting to know where they came from. But all I need to know for me is I know that my peasant stock has held me in good stead all my life. I know that I come from, Scotland and then England.
And Wales.
Yeah, and around Cornwall and that area, and they beat the plague, they beat the famines, they beat the Black Death, they beat the diphtheria, they beat the typhoid, because in order for me to be here, they had to successfully survive all that crap to make babies. So here we are. And all those genetics have kind of funneled down. And I'm a pretty healthy guy by and large.
Yeah.
If I hadn't killed myself with cigarettes, I'd be in pretty
I
good
was going to
shape.
say that the only real problems you have are mostly self-inflicted.
I'll be the first to admit it,
No, your back is not self-inflicted. Let's see. Iris White says, yep, I'm a working class Southern to the bone.
Yep.
Well, I
We all
can't
got,
claim that, but that's okay.
We all got family somewhere.
Bruce says we all have to think that way, David.
Yeah, well, isn't it true? I mean, think about it. I mean, I'm not saying that what I'm saying is the absolute truth, but
Well, in my
it's
family,
kind of hard to beat the logic of that.
I am first generation Southern. My parents both were born and grew up in Boston. And both my parents can trace their families back through the Mayflower to the old country. So we were not Southern.
But what about the genetics? See, that's
What do you mean?
what you're talking about is the family tree and all that stuff. What I'm talking
That's
about
what
is the
Bruce was
genetics.
talking about.
Yeah.
Working class Southern to the bone.
Yep. But what I'm talking about more are the genetics of it. In other
Came
words,
from France to Canada, then they booted us out and ended up in Louisiana.
yep. There you go.
She is true
There's
Cajun.
there's a lot. Yeah, you're a true Cajun.
Speaking of Cajun and Amy, if you guys don't have anything going on tonight, you might want to check out Amy and Brett's other channel. And I think it's called the Cajun Homestead. Amy, please correct me if that's wrong. They come on around 6 o'clock on Sunday nights, and it's a lot of fun to be on there too. So, and if anyone else in here has a channel and does live streams, please let us know, because we need to help each other, and I'll show up at your live streams if I can. Cajun Prepsteader. Thank you, Amy.
So you guys are doing 2 live streams a week now, Amy?
They are.
Cool.
One for
Good
each
for
channel.
you. Good for you guys getting to be internet stars.
They already are.
True, but here's to you.
Cheers. I had the 6 p.m. I just had the wrong name.
That's great champagne.
Called apple juice and ice.
I tell you, I've rediscovered apple juice as a drink of choice. When I was in the hospital this last time in January, thank God they had me on a regular diet this time. Last time I was in last year, they had me on a restricted diet. So when I went in this time, I told the doctor straight up, I said, do not put me on a restricted diet. There is nothing wrong with me. My cholesterol's good and fine. I'm not here for any of that.
We're not diabetic.
And I said, don't put me on a restricted diet. So they gave me a regular diet. And the food, by and large, wasn't all that bad. But one of the things that they had there, they had a very, very good apple juice. And I started basically bargaining for apple juice. I would sell my soul for a couple of things of apple juice.
Well flavored. I like that. Susanna says Cajun food. Cajun means spicy food, yes. And
Yep.
Amy says Cajun food means well flavored food.
Yeah, it certainly does. Certainly does.
Amy, do you have a link? I don't have any of my cheat sheets open at this point. Lisa, we love apple juice too. He drinks it constantly. I drink it occasionally,
Well, I've been
but
drinking.
it kind of goes through my system, so I have to be careful how much apple juice I drink.
I've been drinking Mountain Dew for years.
Yep.
And so this apple juice is a nice alternative. It's still doing the same amount of damage,
Okay.
same amount of sugar.
You keep talking to them. I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
see if I can't find the cheat sheet.
Alrighty.
Unfortunately, you won't get to see it.
Get busy. I'm sure I can entertain them with just talking.
There you go.
They can still see me, right? They
It
can
should
still
be
see us?
able to. I
Okay.
hope so.
Okay. Kate generally has about 10 or 15 tabs open on her
10.
desktop at any one time.
10.
Me, if I have 3, I'm crowded.
Come on.
Live stream
There we
cheat
go.
sheets.
Broussard family.
Broussard
Homestead
family.
Notes. Homestead notes. And let's see.
Oh, okay. New channel.
That's what we're looking for.
You're so good.
Oh, thank you.
Man, ain't she good? She just, look at that. I mean, boom, there it is.
There you go,
There you
folks.
go. Bingo. Ask it each
Oh,
other.
good. They can still see us, even when
So
I'm
see
not looking at
that's
everything.
just shows to go you are an administrator par excellence.
No, I'm a moderator.
That too. Yeah. Actually, that's what I meant. But
I'm excited, David. I got that Taurus G3 9mm I wanted. My
Oh,
one
cool.
Baby going to an unprepared relative. Excellent.
well, that's good.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you.
It's funny. I've been thinking about handguns quite a bit myself lately. Don't know why. I mean, I got a 38. And it's
We may have
6-inch
an
barrel,
opportunity
so it's-
coming up, but I'll tell you about that later.
what for a weapon?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I wouldn't mind bringing in another. Well, actually, I'd like to have a good little AR-15 or something like
I'd
that.
like
but
to have a good shotgun.
Yeah.
And I would like to have a nice deer rifle. Not that there are any deer here that I could shoot for dinner, but you can get a long distance with a deer rifle that you can't necessarily get with a handgun.
you're
It's
right.
a nice one, David. 18 rounds of 9mm.
Ooh.
Controls like a Glock. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm sorry, folks. I am a
18
weapons
rounds. Wow.
enthusiast as well.
That's what I would call a high capacity clip. 18 rounds. That's if you can't get them with 18 shots, by God,
Right.
you deserve to get wounded.
I bet you are, Amy. Amy, for those who
Yeah.
don't know, Amy just got a new car, and she got a
Just-
red car.
Told you it's KMA red,
Hi,
darling.
CB. Good to see you.
It's KMA red.
Yes. And I'm not going to say on screen what that stands for.
Means kiss my ass. Kiss my
Sorry.
ass red. That's
Yeah.
I've had red cars
Most of your
down
adult
down
life.
through the years. Any car that I had a hand in getting was red. There were a
CB,
couple given to me by my dad that weren't. But
CB, we're doing something new. You see the map behind us? It's a world map, and we are trying to get a pin in it for everybody that comes to our live streams. So if you would tell us approximately where you're located, it doesn't have to be the exact latitude and
actually,
longitude.
the
but
best big city near you
The best what?
The best big city that would be on the map
Yes.
near you.
Yes. And tell us if you want your pin to be red, green, blue, or yellow. We'd love
Yep,
to get
we're down to one yellow. So,
We got 2 yellows right now.
yep.
The color is actually called Cajun red by the auto manufacturer.
Well, that's almost as good, but I like mine better.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
Ruth says she clicked on the Broussard channel link and it said not found.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Let me go see if I copied something wrong.
This one here, the prep stutter, is that it? Maybe you need that one.
Yeah, probably Cajun Prepstetter. Actually, they're supposed to be the same one.
Yep, but it looks,
So-
well, it looks the same.
Let me do that, and we'll try posting this one and see if that works.
It looks the same, but maybe it's,
Oh, Amy got hers out there too. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, it looks like it's the same one.
yeah, UCBTB,
Mm-hmm.
at least they start the same.
Right.
Okay, well, if it's a 404, I'm not responsible.
You're
Ain't my problem.
Southwest Ohio. I gotta go find. Oh, and
Okay.
what color, CB?
What color you want to be, big guy?
Let's write him down so we don't forget.
Yep. Going once, going twice. I may just pick for you. Maybe I'll make you green. Want to be green? Green is good.
Mm-hmm.
Green is good. You want green. You want green.
You think that'll work?
Sure.
Okay. KMA Red.
KMA Red.
Haha, you lost.
Okay. There you
Okay. And we're looking for
go. Southwest Ohio.
West Ohio. Any big city in that area?
Yeah, where's the nearest? Oh, he said green is good too, but you know how you're red.
I
Let's go.
already got it.
We already got it.
Find Ohio. There's Idaho, Montana, Wyoming.
A
I'm getting
little bit east
closer.
of that.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting on the West Coast and working my way east so I don't get lost.
Okay.
Now I'm lost. I have to go find it again. There's Iowa, so I am getting somewhere near.
Keep going.
Minnesota,
Keep
Michigan.
going. Down a little bit.
Here's Columbus. Here we are.
There you go. And we have no further isolation, so just Southwest Ohio.
South down by.
So what's big
down
down that
below
way?
Cincinnati? That would be Southwest Ohio.
Okay, maybe down around Cincinnati. That's close enough. If we have to, we can fix it. Let's see what we got here now. Okay, so we got Canada, got Idaho, got New Mexico,
New Mexico, Texas,
Texas, Louisiana. Where's that one? Tennessee,
this is Minnesota,
Minnesota. Is that the
Michigan.
Okay.
Ohio.
Ohio and
Boston,
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Oh, he says it's by Cincinnati.
Well, isn't that where you
I'll
put
find
it?
him again. Yep, that's where I put you,
Yeah,
right
where
by
I put you.
Cincinnati.
We done good. We done good. Yeah, I want to get some of our European friends in here.
Yeah, they may not show today. They may be coming another day. We're going to do this often over the
We'll
next
try to.
while to see if we can't get a lot
Anytime
of
we
folks.
see someone new, we'll accost them immediately. Where are you from? Huh? Come on. Fess up. We're going to pin you to our board now. So don't you be lying to me. We will check.
79 babies. Okay.
We will check. We will verify.
I am probably going to get at least 5 more, Amy. Cooking on the farm. Hello, hello, and welcome.
Hi there.
So good to see you.
Oh, do I want coffee or do I want apple juice? Coffee, apple juice. Coffee.
Cooking, we're doing a new project today, and we're going to ask you to help. You see the map behind me has little push pins in it all over. We are putting a pin on the map for everybody who comes to the live streams. So if you would give us the city/state where you're located? Sort of generally, the biggest city close to you.
Purely voluntary. I guarantee you that none of this information will be turned over to the U.S. government under any circumstances.
I wish they would too, Ruth. It would be lovely
So-
if we could get them all back.
Yeah, that'd be great. But
Oh. Lucky their duck had to be saved from a snake yesterday.
Washington State.
Okay.
Okay. Can
Around.
you be a little more precise?
Is there a large city anywhere near you?
It was just Spokane.
Good luck to the feds taking me away. Joe,
That's
that
right.
doesn't
You're
surprise
right.
me in the
You're
least.
right. I've sworn I'll leave this house boots first, and by God, that's the way it's going to be. It ain't going to take me.
And if he goes out boots first before I do, I'm going to sell this sucker and buy a big mobile home and travel.
And go live with the Broussards and
I'm
pester
gonna
them for a while.
I'm going to take my birds and my cat and my dog and my bed and go. Near Seattle. Okay. And do you want red, yellow, blue, or green cooking? Cooking on the farm is Rachel, I believe.
Is that
I
Rachel?
think I remember. She's one of my new subscribers, and I'm one of her new subscribers, and I've been watching her videos, and I believe that I remember. I mean, I've slept twice since I last saw your last video, so I'm not sure. But
Okay, what color you want to be, darling?
she hasn't answered yet.
Come on, make up your mind. Let's go. I ain't got all day.
They have a lovely little farm,
Ah,
a
okay.
couple of kids. They have a horse. They have, I'm trying to remember, they have at least one goat, a male, I think.
Well, you guys are living the dream, then, aren't you? I mean, I'm serious. You're living the dream. That's cool. That's
They
great.
have at least 2, maybe 3 children. I don't remember sure.
Yep.
Rachel and David, both Rachel. Okay. We need a blue for Rachel, and she lives near Seattle.
Okay,
Near Seattle.
cool.
Yay.
Thank you very much for sharing that information. Well,
But
actually,
I-
we're not taking this information lightly. This is, where you're from is important. I mean, my God, what else do we have?
It's important for you, so it's
So-
important for us.
So
And
we-
another David. Her husband is David as well.
Ah, cool. Well, then you have good taste, lady. You are living the life. If you're living with a David, by God, you're doing all right.
It took me
I
over
have a-
50
I have
years
a-
to get mine.
I have a big patch. I don't bring it out much anymore, but it's really elaborate and calligraphy and all that stuff. It says the way of the David. I've often thought I'd like to have that on a shirt.
Let's see. They have 5 acres, chickens, ducks, and horses and a goat.
Cool.
They've got 5 acres, same as us.
Yeah, that's really cool.
No,
That's
we
great.
have 2.5
4.
acres now.
Well, we have 2, but the whole lot is 4.
Yeah.
But
David is a good name. I agree, Rachel.
yep, beloved of God. Can't beat that. Okay.
I had better memory than I remembered. I tell you what, with everything that's going on in my life right now, sometimes I think it's lucky I can remember my own name.
You do a pretty good job, sweetheart. You keep it all together.
And Jenny
To, not,
Guinea
not, to,
hens.
not to beat a dead horse, but Kate's got a lot on her shoulders right now. Her mom, her dad, her sister. Of all of those, Kate is the only one that's really
Abel.
getting around much and, capable of making rational decisions. I mean, this week, Kate spent quite a bit of time getting the documents together from, what is it, LegalZoom or whatever that place is that you can,
LegalZoom.
for a medical power of attorney for her mother and her stepdad
And him.
and me. And then also looking at doing, durable powers of attorney and wills. And, Kate is the executor for both of them. So, she's going to have to get into their financials, and I don't think Tom's going to want to do that anytime soon.
Although he surprised me last night. I had to run up to the store and pick up some groceries and things. And in the past, normally what I've done is paid for it, and they've written me a check to reimburse me. But he knew I was going, pulled out his driver's license, his Medicare card, and his credit card and handed them to me and said, go. So he's getting past being worried about that.
I think maybe so, of course.
Amy, I didn't know you
Kate-
had guineas.
Kate can do no wrong in his world anyway. She's She's about the only one he'll listen to anymore.
And sometimes I wonder if he's listening to me.
Yeah. Oh, hey, guinea hens make good guard birds.
Iris has 7 acres with 5 hens and 1 cat.
Cool.
That's great. Let's see, Ruth said, to see where folks are from is so much fun. I volunteer for a county historical society. We have a large map of the world where visitors can put a pin in from where they're from. That's what this thing is. It's a
That's
huge
kind of what
map.
we're doing here, Ruth. Exactly. Yep. Putting our pins in there. I mean, that's, look here. I mean, we got, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Already got 11 pins in there and it hasn't even been up an hour.
Okay.
How about that?
That's great.
You know, so
We still have 5 people that need to put thumbs in the air.
Yep. But hopefully this thing will grow. I mean, just covered with pins. That'd be great.
I would love it.
Don't we have some people out in California that come by now and then?
Yeah. We've got people basically from all over the world that come by now and then, but these guys are our
Yeah,
regulars.
these are our regular. This is our close family.
Mm-hmm.
You are that too, by the way, folks. And well, I'll tell you what, I've been hearing a
Thank you, Rachel.
lot of folks this week are needing prayer requests. The groups that I'm affiliated with on Facebook, there's a lot of pain and difficult situations going on there. We've got in our own lives and people around us. It's just a tough time right now for a lot of people.
It is, it is.
And a year on lockdown. You know, it's officially been over a year now that we've basically been quarantined or at least affected by this pandemic.
Yeah, but for
I think
you and
we're
me, it
all-
really doesn't make a lot of difference.
No, but if there were no pandemic, I know I would be out more, even
You think?
even as difficult as it is to get out, I would still go out because it would be safe to go out. The reason I don't go out now, number one, it is difficult. But number two, it's dangerous.
Yep, I face that
You know?
danger every day. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So neither one of us have gotten our vaccinations yet. We're going to be getting them here probably pretty soon. I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to look around for that the Johnson & Johnson one-shot deal. But
I
I
heard on
don't
the
know.
news the other day, they're holding up on the Johnson & Johnson thing. There's been some adverse reactions to it.
No, I'm not surprised. I mean, they knock these things through pretty quick. And I do expect there to be some blowback, but what are you going to do? You're going to wait for 2 years to do all the studies while millions of people die?
Well, the thing is, out of
I'd
all
rather
of
vaccinate.
the millions of vaccinations they've already done with the Johnson & Johnson, only 5 people have had bad
Well,
reactions.
I'd say
So
that's a meaningless,
now on there?
a meaningless statistic, yeah. I'm in the prayer list. Another medical procedure this Thursday.
you've got it on there.
All right, Amy.
Thank you, Rachel.
And Joe, you're entirely justified in doing so. You know, I'm not going to shove vaccination or masks, for that matter, down anybody's throat. But
So far,
everybody feels differently on it.
wearing masks, using hand sanitizer, and spraying almost everything I bring into the house with alcohol has kept us safe.
It's kept us healthy.
Hmm?
It's kept us healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to put up with this shit. I don't want this one.
Okay.
You know, I mean, like I said, you know, before I think I've had the flu one time in my life when I was about 14, 15
I can't
years
say
old.
that. I used to catch it
And
all the time.
I just started high school, I think, and I was out for a whole week. I was a pretty sick puppy.
Yeah.
Lost about 20 pounds, which was good because I was a fat kid. That helped, but other than that, I've never had the flu, but I don't want this one.
Mm-mm. Let's see. Lisa Carp, please pray for wisdom as I figure out the next step after getting. Oh, it's been denied again, Lisa. I am so sorry.
Well, Iris, good for you, both for getting the shots and still being safety. Yeah, Joe, I can certainly understand that. I was in no hurry. Whenever they first came out with the vaccines, I did not jump on the wagon. So, oh, Lisa, you're waiting on your second one? Cool. Good deal. Um,
Allie, I do more than that, although I do wash all my fruits and veggies. Anything that's packaged, I spray with a mist of alcohol. I also leave most of it in the garage for 24 hours before I bring it into the house. So
she's been ultra careful.
I've been
which
trying
I'm
to
very
because
grateful.
he already has breathing problems. We don't need
Yeah, no
it
kidding.
to be more.
Yeah, heard that.
Staying home does help, and we don't go out to eat. We don't go out to movies or anything like that. Now, I do go to Mom's. I do go out to grocery shop or to pick something up to bring home to eat. But we don't eat in restaurants. We don't go to the mall or things like that. It's just not safe for that.
See, I would, I miss going out to a Chinese buffet. That was, there was one good one up in New Braunfels, or was it Seguin? Which one was the better one?
New Braunfels.
There was one in New Braunfels that we used to go to quite a bit, and they had pretty good food.
Lisa, that's us too, for the most part.
And it was right next to a movie theater, so we'd go and have dinner and then go to a movie.
I also have to add checking on my parents and doing their grocery shopping and things like that. So,
and managing her mother's medications, which part of the reason that she probably broke down and got so badly confused and all was that she hadn't taken any medication since Monday last.
Yeah.
So she was hurting herself there. And
speaking of buffets, I gave us a buffet a couple of nights ago.
oh wow, she did that.
I went to the local Golden Corral. For those of you who know Golden Corral, it's a very, very good buffet dining type restaurant, and they do have to go. And I went in and got a little bit of this and a little bit of that to add up to $85 in food. It was over 13 pounds of food. Brought it back, put up our folding table and put all the plates out, and we had our own buffet. And when it was over, I broke it down into individual meal portions, and we had 12 meals set aside as well. So
that was $85 well spent.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah, it will.
I mean, there's enough roast, but she got 6 sirloin steaks. She got probably a good 3.5 pounds of roast.
With all the
And
veggies.
their pot roast is excellent, and all the vegetables to go with it. She got some green beans. She got
Mashed potatoes,
carrots, gravy.
corn.
Yeah, carrots. I don't think you got any corn, but anyway,
Just all kinds
and
of stuff.
just and a little bit of dessert too. Some carrot cake, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Got 2 pieces of carrot cake for him, 1 piece of carrot cake for me, and 1 piece of lemon meringue pie, which is
So
my
we'll
favorite.
be eating on that for several days for that $85. That's
And
pretty cool.
I have these wonderful to-go containers that I've saved that you could put a single meal portion in and put it in the freezer, and we'll be eating it so long that there's no chance of freezer burn. So it works beautifully, and they stack very nicely. And I have a little piece of masking tape on the end of each one saying what's in it and what day I put it in the freezer. So I said, maybe I should find a to-go Chinese restaurant that I can do that with and just go down and fill up a whole bunch of stuff and we bring it home. We can do the same thing. Thanks, Don.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
Thanks, Allie.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I used to tell folks that if you want to make really good tacos, just go to Golden Corral and buy their taco meat because they make good taco meat. And take that home and freeze. Buy 5 pounds, and it's $5.99 a pound. You can't make it that cheap at home.
No,
By the time you get the hamburger, the seasoning mix, and all the stuff that goes in it, and all that crap, you can't make hamburger or you can't make taco meat for $5.99 a pound.
Right.
So you bring that in, and then of course you got all the other fixings at home. And if you got kids and you want to feed them on Taco Tuesday, your meat's done. All you got to do is just all the other
Hi,
stuff.
Michigan Daffodil.
You send them on their way with some really good tacos.
Yeah, unfortunately, Amy, I have to be careful what Cajun food I do eat.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll tell you what, we have a food truck now here in town that's Cajun.
If we can find it. It
Yeah,
doesn't stay in the
it's-
same place. So.
Thing is, I always see them on the Facebook group after they've been there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where they're going up front. Got to get a hold of them and figure it out.
Michigan, you see what's behind us? This big map? We're asking everyone who comes in to tell us what biggest city is close to you and what state you're in, because we're putting a pin on the map for all of the people that come visit
We'll
us.
try to pin you on our map, and you have a choice of red, green, yellow, or blue.
Yes. You can make it cheap with no peppers. Yes, I know you can, Amy. By the way, Amy, some of the what was it that I brought home in the bottles? Oh, I can't think of it right now.
Bottles.
Amy and Brett's.
Talking about the roux?
No, not the roux. You're going to call it "Don't Kill Kate Seasonings." Making jam out of fresh fruit and chia seeds. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cajun food truck. Huh.
In the middle of Michigan.
I can't think of it. Anyway, Amy made some good Cajun food and sent it home with us, and I bottled it.
There's,
Hi, Stuart. Good
no,
to see
You're
you.
not talking about like chicken broth or anything like that,
No.
right? You lost me. I don't know what you're talking
I'll think of the word in a minute, and then I can tell everybody.
about. Okay, Stuart W., College Station, Texas. You have a choice, Stuart. We're pinning you on the map. Would you like to be red, green, blue, or yellow?
Gumbo. Thank you, Amy.
Gumbo.
Yay.
Yay, there we go.
What I was going to say about the gumbo is I have found a place where I can get fresh, beautiful shrimp fairly inexpensively. So I'm saving up the shrimp I don't eat right away and freezing them, and then I'm going to put some in that gumbo that you made it. It's wonderful.
See, I have a few pins here for the people that want to get pinned up on the map. Just a few. I don't think I'll run out
Okay,
anytime
Michigan,
soon.
what color? And Stuart, what color? I have two to put up there.
Yep. Okay.
Red, yellow, blue, or green for both of you.
Come on, come on, come on. Make up my mind, will you?
Red. Stuart wants red.
Red. Everybody wants red.
I got to go find.
Yeah, everybody wants reds. And Stuart wants red too.
That's what I said. Stuart wants
Oh,
red.
okay.
Okay, where are
Ah,
you?
Michigan Daffodil wants green. Good for you.
Yay.
Excellent choice.
Okay, got to go right.
Yeah.
Next to
And Michigan Daffodil is
green, and she is
right there.
near Grand Rapids.
Okay.
I saw Michigan just a second ago. I'll go find it again.
Cajun red. I keep telling you that's not what it's called, darling Amy. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. My red might be a little different.
Michigan, Grand Rapids. There you are.
Okay. Cooking
Yay.
on the farm took blue. Yes, you did. I'm afraid we're going to have some repeats, folks. We only have 4 colors.
Well, this map, since it has the whole world on it, you can't really see state lines, and
Yeah, we'll have to interpret it for you anyway. But
but I found it. But I
I'm
looked
proud
for.
of my map. I like my map.
I like your map
I
too.
like my map.
I think we're going to enjoy our map, especially as it fills up with pins.
Well, you know what? I like knowing where stuff happens. You know, I mean, I used maps a lot of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so somebody starts talking about something going on in Kurdistan. Where the hell is that? You know. So
Somewhere over there.
yeah, it's up in there somewhere in the Asia part over here.
Oh, you're right, Rachel. We've got 16 here now.
Cool. All right.
We have some decent Cajun food here, and it only gets better as you go east. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I am looking forward to the end of May. I'm going to take a trip to Louisiana again in the end of May. That's going to be fun.
Yep.
What are you laughing at?
Kind of like your annual pilgrimage to Mecca.
Actually, it turned out to be twice a year. We have Cajun food truck in your town. Not sure. I'll try it. I can't do too spicy. I can't wait either, Amy. Michigan, I can't do spicy food because I'm allergic to peppers. So you have to be very careful. I have eaten the food from this food truck that sells Cajun food. But what I did was I went up when she first opened up and talked to the lady that owns the truck and does all of the cooking, and explained to her that I love food, but I cannot have peppers of any kind, and why. And so when she's going to cook something that she knows I will be able to eat, she told me about it. And if she knows I'm coming for something, she'll make a small batch separate for me with um, less peppers in it. So Amy says she needs to make some Don't Kill Kate seasoning.
Yeah.
And I have to do some Don't Kill Amy food because she does not do well with mushrooms. So
I got a funny story to tell you
okay.
about food allergies. Back in the mid 70s, I worked in Bilobatry, Alabama, which was just south of Mobile, Alabama. And I was inspecting shrimp for the Department of Defense. And I was buying thousands and thousands of pounds of shrimp every week. And I worked in the contractor's plant, and I inspected the shrimp from the time that it came in on the boats, when it was being offloaded, and whenever it was being stored, when it was being processed and packaged, and then when it went into the freezers to be frozen and then packed on the trucks and shipped off to the military bases. So I was a nose to toes guy, and we did both shell on, and we also did field and deveined. And so one of my jobs obviously was to check all this shrimp out. And where was I going with this story, darling? What were we talking about before I got lost? Shit. I got brain fart.
Adding shrimp to gumbo or high spicy food.
Oh, well, the thing was the guy that owned this place was one hell of a cook. Oh, God, he was a good cook. And he had a whole fish house out there in front of him. And he did everything. I mean, everything seafood you can imagine. He fried, he did everything Cajun, and it was so good. Now, here I am in his plant. I'm a government inspector. I'm in my Air Force uniform. I really shouldn't be eating the guy's food. But I couldn't stand it. I mean, I'd go out to, there was like one hamburger joint in town, and it was a greasy spoon, to say the least. And it was either bring my own lunch or quietly get a bit of the food that they served. Because all the other business and boat owners would come there for lunch. They had a huge dining room, probably seated 25, 30 people. 4 big tables all around the room. And I'd go in there and I'd get a plate of food, and I'd go in my office. I'd shut the door and I'd have my lunch with them. Yeah, I was taking a bribe every day. I ate lunch at their expense, but I tried to pay them for it.
Hello, Ellie.
They wouldn't take it. They wouldn't have anything to do with it.
Ellie, before you go, we need to know the state you live in and the largest city near you.
We're going to pin you on the map, darling.
We're going to put a pin on the map that represents you. So you need to tell us, please.
And I have Sunday at the Masters today.
Yes. He's all excited about that.
Well, there's some drama this week or this year in the Masters. I mean,
well, first of all, Tiger's not there, so he's not going to win.
Well, Tiger. Tiger may never play competitive golf again.
I know.
I think he's hurt a lot worse than he's letting on. Or I think the injuries are going to be more severe and more debilitating.
I think so too.
You know, they put a whole bunch of pins and rods and screws and shit in his leg. I just don't think he's going to be able to come back from this one. Allentown, PA.
And what color do you like? We have red, yellow, green, and blue.
Take your pick. Going once, going twice. Come on, hurry up. Let's go. You ain't got all day here. All right, if I don't hear from you in 10 seconds, I'm going to pick color for you.
Yellow.
Yellow. Good choice. Excellent choice. I like yellow. There you go.
Now I got to go find Pennsylvania.
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Let's see. I found Pennsylvania, now to find Allentown.
That was a song. I think it was in Allentown. Billy Joel. Did Billy Joel do a song called Allentown?
I don't have any idea.
I think he did.
Well, Ellie, the closest I could come since Allentown is not shown was Philadelphia. So I'm sorry I put you near Philadelphia. Tweaked with veggies, had to use
Probably a
stored canned
deadly-
veggies, no bone meal.
Probably a
Supplement.
deadly rivalry between those two cities. You
Probably
realize that,
knowing
don't you?
you. Oh, you
You
did.
remind me of her dad. Well, I'll take that as a
Ellie
compliment.
says that worked. Good. This map is so big that there's a lot of things that are not on it. A lot of towns and stuff like that. So I just have to go for what's close. Hello, Linda.
Do you-
Whitehall, PA, near Allentown.
Do you
Let me
know?
write you down.
Do you know Michigan Daffodil's real name?
No, I do not.
Daffodil. What's, if you don't mind sharing, what's your real name?
Where'd she go? Whitehall.
Oh, I'm your Uncle Calvin. Okay, Joe. Well, was he the crazy uncle? The one that. was it
Linda,
his-
what
is it
color?
His Uncle Calvin.
Red,
coming?
yellow, green, or blue?
If Uncle Calvin was coming, everybody's saying, "Oh my God, not again." That's me.
I had an uncle like that.
Okay.
We called him Gabby.
Okay.
He talked constantly. He would never shut up.
Oh, it was kind of like me.
Honey, he made you look silent.
Still waiting on a color, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm waiting on a color.
I've been bid one for red. Red going once.
Got an awful lot of red on there.
Yeah, we do. Okay. No more red. Red's out. Red's out. Got blue, green, yellow.
Let's see, we have three,
Pick, pick.
1, 2, 3 blues, 2 greens, 3 yellows, and the rest are red.
Oh. We like
Oh,
that.
Linda says blue.
I suggested blue. That's a good choice. Excellent. She was reading my mind.
Uncle Gabby,
Good
I like
choice.
it. Yep,
Good choice.
that's what it was, Rachel.
Good choice.
Let's see, I don't want to put you on this map. Philadelphia and New York City are just, they would be covered by the same pin.
Yep.
So, missed a bunch of lives. We've been able to see my mom-in-law at a nursing. Oh, that's wonderful
Good.
news, Ellie. That is wonderful news. I'm so glad you're getting to see her.
Excuse me.
We are right now working very hard to keep my mom and dad out of a nursing facility.
Yep.
Let's see, Michigan is too unique. Ask Amy my real name, but for short, you can call me
Dina.
Dina. Okay, that works. Or D.
It's too unique. Well, now you got me curious, darling. Dina.
I'll just
All right.
call her D.
Dina.
I can remember that.
Or
Not too many
Daffodil.
things I can
Daffodil's a
remember.
pretty sweet name, too. I like Daffodil. Yep.
I guess it is. I guess it is. That's one of the main reasons why I've been, well, not the main reasons, that's one of the reasons why I've been so careful to keep my folks out of nursing facilities. Looks like we may have to get some
Oh, okay.
come in help because my sister lives out of town. I live about 20 miles from my mom, and we just can't handle it together. So
So Dina says it's privacy reasons. Okay, that's good enough for me. Enough said.
I've not asked simply because generally I have found that if people want you to know their
That's
first
true.
name, somewhere in the
true.
conversation it'll come up.
But she paid me a compliment.
Yes, she did.
So
Yes, she did. And we're up to 16 with
Cool.
only 11 thumbs up. Thumbs up, people, thumbs up.
somebody ought to make up a slogan about that.
Okay, go ahead.
No, not me. I'm not a slogan guy.
Did you ever do
Oh.
limericks?
No, I was never good at limericks. No.
Okay. I
Oh.
copied other people's limericks, but I never did my own. getting quite a load there on the U.S. anyway, and up into Canada we got one.
Yep.
If Howie probably, yeah, Howie might make it.
Yeah, he'll be
Howie's medical
he's out way on
things don't happen until
the west
later.
side, right?
Yeah,
Well,
somewhere.
on the coast, did you say?
I don't know for sure where he is, but the way he talks, I believe that he's on the West Coast. I think the time change or the time difference from where
He's in
we are.
British Columbia anyway, so that's
Yeah,
the
I think
west
so.
side. Yeah.
Sean is in Ontario. Well, he's not here yet, so he doesn't get a pin.
Okay, I see Ontario.
He used to come to our shows on a regular basis, but he has not been here in probably a month or more. So maybe that'll get him here. I miss him. I really do. He used to be a lot of fun. He always had something funny to say. Yes, they are, Donna. They're being very good. I'm amazed.
Me too.
But we've got most of the lights turned off, so they think it's getting in the evening. Oh, he's been working a lot. Okay. Well, that explains it.
Oh,
I don't.
twisting my head too hard there.
Where
Okay.
is Sean? In Alberta is, I think, where he is. Ontario, I'm sorry. But I don't know where.
Oh boy.
We used to have quite a few people from Canada that would come to our shows when I was on the other channel.
Yeah.
Of course, we had a lot of folks on the other channel from all over the world. We had some from the Middle East and some from South Africa
Australia
and Trinidad, Tobago.
and had somebody from New Zealand too,
Mhm.
and Singapore.
And all over the Middle East.
Yeah. A couple out
Quite
of
a
Abu
few folks
Dhabi.
from the Middle East.
Yep. You did. Oh.
North Shore of Lake Ontario. Okay. That's why he's North Shore Perk Study, because he's on the North Shore of Lake Ontario.
That could be.
Makes sense
Makes
to
sense
me.
to me.
Yeah. I did contact a couple of live streams ago. I was given the name of a lady who had had similar problems to me on losing her channel. And I contacted her. And she sent me the names of a couple of people that helped her get her channel back. And I have tried to contact them both. And so far, I've not had any response from either of them.
Did she manage to recover hers?
Yes.
It'd be worth following up on because
And I'm going to continue
That
trying,
was a-
but I've just
that was
been
a
so
good-
busy with Mama lately that I haven't.
well, it's a good channel. I really hate to see that one go down the tubes. I
I
really
do
do.
too.
You can't tell me that Google can't fix it, or that
It's not that they can't; it's that they won't. They won't talk to people that don't have a commercial account. They just will not. That's been the problem all along for me. They won't talk to me or anyone else that doesn't have a commercial account. Oh, the special surprise was the map, but he took off with that first.
no special. Well, that and our 10th wedding
Yeah,
anniversary.
well, the 10th anniversary was supposed to be the first thing we did.
Yeah. Well, we did. We did that first.
According to Facebook, there are only 3 others with your name in Michigan. 100 total on Facebook. Wow. Well, I was amazed when I lost my channel. I started looking for Kate's Kitchen channels, and there were quite a few other channels that had something to do with Kate's Kitchen. And there are a couple of other ladies using Kate's Kitchen as their. Thank you very much, Dee. We've celebrated 10 happy years together, and I do not say that facetiously. We have been a great deal happier with each other than we were with our previous spouses. Oh, we got Brett drinking apple juice now. Good for him. It's good for him.
Yeah, 10 years. It's gone by in a blink of an eye, though, I'll tell you
Yeah, it
that.
sure has.
Blink of an eye.
I was just remembering that on our 5th wedding anniversary, it was also a Sunday. And on that day, we renewed our vows in the church that we belonged to. And that was a lovely thing. My folk came over and friends came from all over, and the church gave us a real sweet little reception afterwards. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Ellie. This time, we're not going anywhere. We're going to celebrate it. We're going to celebrate by having a good supper tonight. I'm going to make zucchini boats, which is a stuffed zucchini. I mean, it's not fancy, but it's good food, and we both like it. So that's going to be our celebration for this time.
Works for me.
And we did get each other some cute gifts.
Oh, what all cities are marked so far? Oh, wow.
Let's see. We've got Boise, Idaho. We've got
Boston, Massachusetts.
Harrison Township, Michigan. We've got Seattle,
Boise.
Grand Rapids, College Station, Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Whitefall, Pennsylvania. And I don't think, no, that's with the prayer list, so that's as far as we've gone.
In San Antonio,
That's
Texas.
exactly right, Rachel. We are celebrating with you guys. That's why I put it up there, so that we could celebrate with y'all. You are our family. Aren't you?
Are the cups that I got in there in the kitchen?
Yes, I'm gonna go get the cups.
I'd like to
That's what I
show-
was leading up to. and then
I'd
I
like
had
to show you
stop.
guys something. I'm getting so spoiled by Prime. I swear to God. I mean, I saw this like 3 days ago, and I ordered it, and it was in the next day. It's just talk about instant gratification. I mean, I remember being overseas when we'd send an order into the Spiegel catalog, and a month later it might show up. It's always like Christmas when it did. But I'll tell you what, nowadays, if you want something, you can get. Night before last, I finally decided that my mouse had gone belly up on me for the last time. I ordered a mouse, and it was in the next day before noon. The next day, and it was that night that I
I'm
ordered it.
sneaking them in, so
Okay,
it's a
So-
surprise.
Yep.
Got them positioned.
there you go.
Ta-da!
Got
Aren't they
these.
adorable?
Got these for our hot chocolate every night that Kate's been making lately.
And guess which one is David's?
That would be the red one.
And what's nice is they come with their own spoons too. So when we go after the little mini marshmallows I put in them, we have a spoon. You're right, Rachel. The red one is his. That's right, Dee. I think that's just precious. I really do. I was so thrilled when he opened them and showed me. And I bought him a thing to keep in his wallet. that
It's
tells
like
him-
it's like a credit card size, but it's just kind of an affirmation of love. I'll carry it
Yeah.
for good now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So every night now, when I make our hot chocolate, I'll put it in our fancy. Whoop, there, I put it in our fancy cup. That gives me a reason to have 2 cups because it doesn't hold as much as the big ones I was using. Aren't they cute? I just love them. I think they're adorable.
I went out. I was looking for 10th anniversary presents. Come to find out that it's number one. It's the 10th anniversary.
Tin, tin.
So I thought, well, I'm not buying anything made out of tin. So I was just kind of scrolling through, and these popped up, and I said, "That's it, right there. That's the one." Just what else can I do? You know, that just seemed like it was perfect.
And it is.
And with that, darling, I am going to go watch me some golf.
Well, I'm surprised you've lasted this long.
Well,
It's almost 20 minutes after
I
your
know.
normal leaving time.
I've pushed it to the max.
I'm sure. After all, those guys can't make a good score unless you're out there to
I've got to
coach
go
them
in there.
along.
I've got to go in there and start criticizing everybody and get them in shape. Get them
Whip
through
them in
this.
shape so that somebody wins that you
Yeah.
want to win, darling.
could be a big deal
There we go.
if Matsuyama wins. It'll be a big win for Japan, huge win. Because a young Japanese woman won the amateur that they had there also at Augusta National. So,
And golf is pretty important to the Japanese people.
oh, it is very much. He'll be a national hero. Absolutely a national hero. The rest of his life, he'll be a national hero.
Yeah.
Hideki Matsuyama. And if he wins it, you will not hear the end of it for a long time.
And he's a cute guy, too. I have to let you know he is cute. Amy says happy anniversary, and she hopes you enjoy your golf.
I will. I'll enjoy my golf.
You can leave that there in case somebody needs
And
comes in after
thanks
you.
for coming by, folks. As always, very much appreciate you, each and every one of you.
And
for
I'm not
coming by.
leaving yet.
So, y'all take care. But I'm not going to mention that in honor of our anniversary. I actually wore a real shirt tonight today.
Yeah,
either,
look,
by the
it
way.
has collar and everything.
But I wasn't going to bring that up.
Lisa says Lisa says have a blessed day. I can't talk to that. Alrighty. Now, right now, I only have 2 things on our prayer list for this coming week. So if any of you, Donna says bye, Dave.
Adios, partners.
So if any of you have things, prayer requests for yourself or for others, please let me know.
Adios, muchachos, compañeros de mi vida.
Amy's laughing that you have on a real shirt. Well, I put on lipstick for it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. When you get old like us, doing just the little things makes it special. So. Pardon me. Honey, if you want, you can pull that hose through and use it in the other room.
Well, that should be all right.
Thanks, Joe. I hope you have a great week as well. I'm not leaving yet. I'm waiting to add to our prayer list here. That's right, Lisa. I got all gussied up. I put on earrings. I put on finger rings, put on lipstick,
Yeah,
and I even combed my hair.
all dressed up, no place to go.
Right. Oh, Dee, that's wonderful that Wendy came home. That is excellent news. David said to have fun. Go Jordan Speed. He's been doing pretty well this year overall. Okay. Okay, I got that one, Donna. Oh, Ruth, that's wonderful. Congratulations. Ellie, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's excellent, Iris. Here we go. I'm very, very pleased that Wendy came home. That is wonderful news. She's been on our prayer list for quite a while. I think I'll move this just a little bit. Had to have surgery. He broke his collar. Oh, Rachel, that sounds awful. Oh, I'm so sorry. There we go. Son Logan will be doing lots of driving, traveling for his job. Oh, definitely that. Logan. All righty. Rachel, I have an Instagram account. I opened it very early on, but to be honest, I don't think I've put more than 2 or 3 things on it since I started because I really don't understand how it works. I need to get in there and do some looking and figure out what's going on, but no, I'm not really on Instagram. I do have the account, but I don't use it. I'm going to be praying for everyone as well. We all need it. Amen, Lisa. That is true. That is true. Which is one of the reasons why I keep this list and transfer it to my daytimer every Sunday afternoon so that I can pray for these people every single day of the coming week. Yeah, I'm not sure why it confuses me, Dee, but I didn't catch on to it as easily as I did YouTube for some reason, and I don't know why. Maybe I ought to get in there now again. I think I'll wait till after Mom's situation settles down a little first, and then I'll get on there and see what I can do with it. And that reminds me, I've pretty much made the decision that I'm going to wait to do new videos until Mom's situation straightens out, because I really, really am spending a great deal of my time with her. And when my sister is not in town, I'm over there more than I'm here at home. So, Donna, pray for safe travels for Steve from Kingman. Definitely. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Set one up for our channel, and I was going to say if you wanted to share it on there, it would be awesome. Anytime, Rachel, anytime you want something shared, please send it to me in an email so I'm sure I've got it right. And I will definitely put it on the things that are posted each time. So yes, I would love to help out both on your YouTube channel and on your Instagram. So Ruth's best friend's daughter, Laura. Oh no, that's terrible. There we go. Got her added too. Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to ask. Thank you, Dee. How is she, Ruth, and what's going on? We definitely will be praying for her. There's no question about that. Can't say for sure, but she's really sick. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know that this virus is mutating like crazy. Viruses do that, but still. Pray for spring break ends tomorrow and back to homeschooling. I thought you had stopped that, Amy. Is it the end of this year that she goes back into public school? We're getting quite a list here. I'm really thrilled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 requests already. That's wonderful. You're finishing the year with her. Okay. That makes sense. That'll probably be good. Then when she goes back, do you have to provide information to the school when she goes back? I would think since there's been so much with the COVID that probably not, but you never know. We end the week before you come down for the chicken. Okay. Okay. Actually, Emma, I'm not coming down, I'm coming over. We're about the same up down wise. If I go pretty much straight east to Houston, and then from Houston to you is also pretty much straight east. So it'll be a chicken harvest celebration. Oh, speaking of chickens and celebrating, I have been making a list and writing down all kinds of chicken recipes that are very simple, usually 4 or fewer ingredients. So we may have some things we can cook when we're there too that'll be very easy. Dee, we're really glad you could come in and stop and chat as well. It's lovely to see you every time you come, and we're always glad that you get to come by. Well, folks, it's been an hour and a half. Things are getting kind of quiet. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and close with prayer, and then we'll call an end to today's live stream. And I will see you all next Sunday as well. So if you would join me in prayer, I would appreciate it. Heavenly Father, we come to you today in the name of Jesus. Lord, you've heard all of these prayer requests that were given and that are written down now. We lift them up to you each individually and know that we will be calling by name for these people during this week to come. Please place your hands in each of those situations and work your glory out of each of them. Father, be with us and keep us safe. Help us to remain always grateful and mindful of your gifts. We ask you to be with each of us as we go through this week. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Goodbye, everyone. Bless you, and I'll see you next week.